Hey there, YouTube fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me for this tarot reading. This is going to be an all signs tarot reading. And if you're new here, I like to stick to the positive vibes, the words of encouragement that we could all need right about now. I was just watching TV this round and was like, it is time. So here we are. Let's see what we're in for. And at the very least, I hope that you are entertained. Okie dokie, let's start off with the archetypes. I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck into 3, pull in the middle to the top. And the Hunter. The Hunter is having its turn. It kind of hopped out with a reading that I did earlier this morning. While I was shuffling, and I was like, okay. Because I was so like, me, myself, was so like, I'm doing this regardless of the interruptions that are trying to happen. So I just figured that's all that was going on. I figured I was being called out. But apparently the Hunter wants its moment to shine. So here we go. On the bottom is the thread. Okay, all right, I see. So, the Hunter knows exactly what they're out for, what they're seeking, what sustains them, right? And, you know, think about like when someone's going out, especially in this day and age, you must be pretty darn hungry, huh? So you're not messing around. You have this precision. You know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you're going for. And to return home without is not allowed, right? Now with a thread card on the bottom, that speaks of like, or at least the vibe I'm picking up right now, and if I recall correctly with the book, it speaks of that thing within us, right? Like we have our free will, we can make up our own minds and stuff, but there's that thing that is with us the whole time, that thing that keeps us centered, that keeps us rooted, that helps us. It's a good thing, right? And I feel like it's connected in that way, whether it's your life's purpose, your hopes and dreams, the things that are pulling you out of the darkness, that are helping you come out of that dark night of the soul and reminding you of what's most important, what means the most to you, what's the most sacred, right? It can, and this card, like, it kind of is a bit, it's probably watercolor. The castle's underneath. Okay, then. But right now it's kind of reminding me of like a chest x-ray a little bit. Mind you, what I've been watching is medical shows. Don't listen, don't judge. Okay, moving on. Right? And it's like, I don't know. It just feels extra deep and esoteric. Okay, and a castle, my question is it warm or are those stone walls cold? That was could you hear that car? That tells me that someone has been living somewhere that they haven't been able to flourish and they need to get out. And you need, you know, like, be smart. I'm not trying to tell you to throw everything away and go seeking out your nirvana or anything like that. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about, that it's time to move on and it's time to take care of yourself because the Hunter came out first. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm talking about if that resonates with you. Moving on to the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. This one also came up earlier. Homeward. Take yourself out on a date. With Mural, be your own first priority. Okay, do you sense a theme? Are you sensing a theme? Because I'm sensing a theme. I also find it funny that this card is 42 and that card is 25. I don't know. Maybe you don't find it funny. Maybe it's my dyscalculia playing with me. But it kind of feels like progression. Either way, it's a reminder. Maybe something you've been trying to do is take care of others. You've been putting others' needs before your own. And I feel like that's one of the many themes that have been going on for a while now. And being called to take care of yourself. If you can show yourself even half of the love and care that you share and show to those dearest to you, my goodness, right? So whether you want to go out for dinner or you want to just be able to stay home and chill and, you know, maybe watch some medical dramas, I don't know, have a bubble bath, whatever it looks like for you. If you were to like really go out on a date, like think about the things that would be the perfect date, you know what I mean? And just do that. Come home to yourself. Take care of yourself, right? None of this works if you're not taking care of yourself. So let's see if we can get some clarification. I don't know. I'm going to try though. Again, cutting it into 3 and taking the middle on top. I like to think of tarot as a story, right? These are the prologue. Let's see what the main book is about. Chapter 1 is the Tower card. You got a lot of change. Either this is of the past and you're like, whoa, at this point, or that is incoming. Heads up, a lot of change. Now, this doesn't have to be for the worse. It's positive vibes, right? I feel like moments like this couldn't happen unless you wanted them to. Like moving, leaving everything you've ever known behind and going out for something new, going on some adventures, whatever the heck. Things are changing. Very much so, right? These people have no idea where they're going to land, but they're going to be okay, right? This is needed. This isn't a bad thing. It's just sudden change, and that can be really difficult. It may be difficult things happening, yes, but this is all for the greater good, right? It may be uncomfortable. You may feel awkward. I've been feeling very discombobulated. I keep mentioning it because it's true. You know what I mean? It's just like, but it's a time of adjustment, right? So whatever it is, believe that you got this. Because you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you need to do. You know how to take care of yourself. You know that change at times is necessary, and this one is included in that, right? My thing is, don't try to pick up the pieces and put them back where they were. My wrist kind of popped a bit or whatever when I was saying that. Clarification, or not clarification, confirmation as far as I'm concerned. Like, this could be a very dark moment, but wonderful things can come from it. New chapters, new beginnings. Let's see what's chapter 2. Fuck did I say? We got the dang fool, fam. New adventure it is. All right. So my question to you is, do you really think this person is going to go off that cliff? I don't. I think that you have experienced so much in your life and you've gained so much wisdom. I think that you know exactly what you're doing. I think you're clear and precise. This is speaking on, now we can do this. You know what I mean? And there's this awe to life. I feel like that's been one of the many themes going on lately, is being able to reconnect with that awe to life again. You know what I mean? And that wonder, almost like a childlike wonder. But the difference is, like, you can consider this little dog down at their feet as like, hey, yo, cliff. Or you can take that as a reminder of how much you've learned. That you're not just going to go off some cliff. You're not just going to do anything, all this stuff like willy-nilly and such, right? No, like, all right, now where's the path? You know what I mean? Like, it can be that simple. Oh, I love that followed. Thank you, Spirit. I love it when that I love tarot. But you know what's next, Sam? Oh, this is a good one too. Boosh. The 6 of Wands. Public recognition. I want to look and point out, we go from 16 to 0 to 6. The color of the background's going on right about now, right? We have the black, just utter black. When the Rider-Waite-Smith deck has like a black background and a lot of black in the image, it speaks of dark night of the soul. It speaks of depression, anxiety and pain and just darkness, right? When you're down at your bottom, right? So there can be fear going on. You don't know how things are going to turn out. Everything's changing. That can be scary for some. But then we have this beautiful golden background. And this printing is very particular. I'll give you that. But this is still such a beautiful, warm card, right? I'm pretty sure the golden background is pretty average. And then this one has a beautiful blue sky, not a cloud. I love clouds though, so that's kind of sad, but you know, whatever. This is, you've been doing the work, maybe you've been in a very competitive field or industry, right? And you have every right to be there, right? This is, you've been doing your thing and now everyone else is recognizing how much you rock, all right? How well, you know, I feel like this horse there, I always point it out because I mean it. The horse knew the whole time. It's kind of like, well, it's so nice of you guys to catch up, right? So whatever this new path is, this change, this tower moment is enabling is very good. Like I said, I think that you enabled this change. You made choices that were very necessary. Because you know? And chapter 4. What's going on here? What's happening there, right? This is speaking of mourning, regret, mourning with a U, loss. But I feel like there are certain past tense things that, I keep saying it from time to time, that still have their tendrils, right? That car needs a tune-up or something that that's going on, right? That you're trying to work past, you're trying to move past. Maybe it had something to do with this tower moment, right? But it's really difficult to get past. Emotionally, there's still a part of you that's there. And you need to let it go. Because there are 2 cups behind you. There's a new beginning trying to come. That's trying to happen, right? But it's like you're getting in the way of yourself. And you know darn well what's going on. You know what's happening. But, so, let's go on. What's coming up underneath the tower moment? The 7 of Swords. Okay. There's been a lot of betrayal, a lot of pain, a lot of deception going on. You've been dealing with some people who just haven't been good to you. They've been liars. They've cheated. Maybe you feel like there are things that you've done that you're not proud of, right? And maybe that's playing its own part in that. But for right now, we're gonna hold off on that until we see what comes up underneath that 5 of Cups. I'm very intrigued by that. But right now, this is coming up underneath the tower moment. So that tells me that you recognized that there were people in your vicinity, in your, not epicenter, but you know what I mean? And why have I been struggling with that word lately? What the? Anyway, whatever. But the thing about the 7 of Swords that always gets me is this is broad daylight. We're back to that gold, right? They're not being secretive about it. They're not hiding. So I feel like I want to remind you that people are going to show you who they are. I don't care what they say. They're going to show you. They're going to behave. So if there are those, and I'm guessing you know exactly what I'm talking about on this too. When you have people who are like, I do it because I'm a good person. Oh, I'm a good person. It's like, well, then act like it. Why are you such a bitch? Right? Why are you such a liar? Why are you so selfish? Right? And you know what? Sometimes you don't need to say goodbye, fam. You don't need that for your closure. They don't need to hear it, I mean, in order for you to have your closure, in order for you to cut that off and move on without them, okay? You don't need it. You just live your life. Swords are the mind. I want you to take all of that wisdom that you've gained from your past experiences dealing with these people, the parts of yourself that maybe you picked up just from your environment that became a habit that you recognized weren't actually you, and leave it where it belongs, in the past. And you enjoy that hindsight because wisdom is all that the past has to offer you now. Okay? Moving on to what's coming up underneath the Fool. Got a lot of options, eh? This could be speaking on different choices that you're trying to make. And we have a dark figure. There's that black again, right? Fears. I'm feeling like there's fears. Like, where can we go? What can we do? What's next? Oh, goodness gracious, I don't want to fuck this up. I don't want to make the wrong choice. Fam, trust your instincts. Trust your wisdom. We have 2 7s. Not only do we have 2 7s, boom, boom, in a freaking row, we have 5, 6, and 7. We got some chronological order going on and everything working out as it should. All right? So you just trust your instinct. Trust what feels right for you. Okay? And just go with the flow. Right? Because that's still a very beautiful background behind that gray cloud. And gray in this type of art has a tendency to speak of neutrality, impartiality, no bias, right? But I want, like, there's so many different options here. Maybe you're afraid that they could lead you astray and whatnot. But what feels right, right down to your core and your instincts and your intuition, I'm just saying. What's coming up underneath the 6 of Wands? 4 of Cups. There we go. Oh my goodness. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, I can count even with the dyscalculia. Okay, moving on. 4 of Cups is like very similar to the 4 of Pentacles in a way of like clinging to this idea, wanting to have control over a situation. Like, if I do this, I get what I want. Like, I get that expected outcome, right? Got a bit of tunnel vision going on there, Mr. Mrs. You. I'm non-binary, so you know. I just want you to be happy human. The problem with that is when you get so set on these ideals and set on these outcomes, the materialistic crap that you want, right? That type of goalage, you tend to miss out. You know, it's the journey, not the destination kind of shit is what I'm talking about, right? Things are going to change. Maybe it's not going to end up being exactly what you expected and exactly what you wanted, but maybe it could be 10 times better, right? So when you're doing affirmations and your mantras and your meditations, don't focus so much on the details. I feel like these are kind of the same coin in a way. You know what I mean? Where you're so worried about the wrong thing. You just, if I do A, B, and C, eventually I get to X, Y, Z is how I've been describing it. That's been the vibe lately, right? And it's like, you got to let go of that control. Stop clinging to these specifics and remember the idea, that Neville Goddard quote of how would you feel? I'm going to keep reminding you as long as I feel compelled to remind you if you're returning, okay? How would you feel? and let that be your guide. Let your instincts and your intuition do their part. That's what they're there for, right? Sorry, I keep shaking the camera with my gesticulations and stuff. But yeah, we got 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're moving in order. Just let the divine, let the universe, whatever that means for you, do their part. Let go of some of that control. Somebody else is able to do whatever the heck it is that you're trying to control. So if you're concerned about manifestations, get out of the way and let the universe oh so pleasantly surprise you. I feel like most people say they don't like surprises. Yeah, when they suck. What if it was incredible, right? Leave that grace, leave that elbow room for yourself for 10 times better. Let the divine bring in that beautiful little cup for you to have a sippy poo, okay, Randers? Jeez Louise. Coming up underneath the 5 of Cups is the Hermit. Maybe you've been feeling this need to kind of take a step back. Be on a journey, apparently, a new adventure, but take a step back. And the thing about it, again, we have someone in gray. The thing that I always love pointing out about the Hermit, besides that it's a Virgo card, is that's the star in the lantern. That's the star guiding this Hermit. The star speaks of hopes and dreams. It's that light within you. This Hermit has left the distractions and the hubbub, the Hollywood PR firms, the marketing firms, their family, the world, to get the heck out of the way, to get all these distractions and voices and others that may be telling you who you are, making assumptions about you, and it's all too often incorrect. What the fuck, you know? And just let it go. Let it go. Remember the sound of your own heartbeat, which I really think you need right about now. That's what cards like this are talking about. That's what cards like this are talking about too. Remember the sound of your own heartbeat and come on out. Come on down from that mountain, Hermit. It's time for a new adventure. Okay? What's the epilogue to this story? Okay there. The 2 of Swords. I like to refer to this card as the Never Again card. There is a very beautiful blue sky back there, though. This person is in white, and there's a white blindfold on them. And the vibe that I'm feeling right now is be very careful about what you close yourself off to. Be very careful about some of us when we're hurt because of love. Well, I guess I'm never going to do that again. You mean put up with some jackass who's not very nice to you? Or not allow yourself to love again? Because I'm really hoping it's merely the former and not the latter. Because love isn't the one who did that to you. You opened your heart to someone. You put yourself out there in whatever capacity, and things didn't work out then. But like, what is all of this wisdom for? What is all of this experience for? If not to learn what not to do. That includes the way other people behave. I don't like it when people treat me in such a way. I'm not going to go around treating others that way. What fucking kind of sense does that make? None, right? So just be careful about the way you're allowing yourself to process and stuff. Don't close yourself off. In your wisdom that you've gained, you can see that bullshit coming from a mile away. And you have every right to trust yourself, okay? You know better now. You've learned so much. You're not just going to go jumping off of cliffs, not even looking. That didn't work out too well before. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, what is all of this for? if not for better, 10 times better. And you need to make sure that you are open and able to accept what you really do want. Okay? What's the bottom of the deck? The bottom of the deck is just the main vibe. So that's 2 cards in this reading that have that divine hand coming out of the cloud. And the one that wound up in the reading was the 4 of Cups. So you are missing things. You've been lost in the sauce. Maybe it's looking for public recognition because that 4 of Cups came up underneath the 6 of Wands. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with public recognition because it tends to be too hollow, too fickle, like performers, right? It can be so incredible for people to be like, oh my goodness, I love your work, I love your music, I love your performances, I feel like I know you, right? But then, you know, somebody spreads lies and rumors about you, and where are they? You age. Where are they? You know, society can be so superficial and hollow. It can be really difficult to enjoy it. And the thing about the 6 of Wands is it's not just about public recognition. It's about being able to know that you deserve the praise. You deserve to enjoy your life, right? I'm seeing someone who is so hyper-focused that they're not noticing what else is going on and all of the wonderful, incredible things that life is wanting to share with you. Please get out of your way. Please get out of your own way. Because you've already met the people you never want to deal with, that you do not want to deal with anymore. They're in the past now, and you got that 20/20 hindsight vision going on. Let them go. They did their thing, right? Whatever you're learning, please don't let it be detrimental to yourself, because this all began with you remembering to take care of yourself. Dude, underneath this was the bottom card. Underneath it is the sundress card. Fam, do it for you. You want to know what's underneath that? Oh my God. Okay, listen. Surround yourself with love. And underneath that, I'm not going to draw anymore. My goodness gracious. You're being reminded for self-love, fam. You deserve more. You deserve better. And you're the one who gets to choose that. You're the one who gets to control that. So please do. Okay, please do. Let it happen. Let it in. All of these wonderful things. Like, dude, you have the divine and the universe wanting to, confirmation belch, wanting to shower you with so much love, right? A big part of the freaking Tower card, you see all those sprinkles going down when you're able to look at it in detail? That's the word for, that's God's name, Yahweh, right? Like, you need to open up. You need to make sure that you are open to these wonderful things that you've been longing for, fam. And you gotta let it in. Because it's not gonna get through if you don't let it. Okay? You are being reminded of your core. The part of you that is most important. The juicy bits, right? You may not need that public recognition, but you deserve to look back and know how suffering the consequences of others, are we? What? Stop that. Oh, if only it were that easy, right? Those, for whoever that's for, That doesn't belong on your shoulders. And something tells me that the rest of you can understand that too. I know I do. And the card on top from this little bunch that dropped out is treat yourself. Don't just throw away. I just saw ring, 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 banana phone. I just saw that card too. Don't, you know, spend away all your life savings because some person on the internet, you know, don't do that. But, you know, be good to yourself. Take care of yourself. I just drew how many cards? And I know that deck is pretty dang positive, and it's all about love and self-love, but that was pretty darn incredible, right? That was incredible. My goodness gracious. This card, these two are wanting to be seen, so we'll go ahead and go over them first. We have on top, it's a Martin Luther King. I think it's Junior, right? Brains, memories. Quote. I love this quote. And you would think that I would remember exactly who it was, which one. And you know what? Listen, they were both pretty darn spiffy. Can we agree on that? You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step, fan. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the XYZ. Don't worry about it. You just take care of the ABC and you get going, all right? Cancer. Who's the Cancer? What's going on there? Cancers. Is that water? Family is very important to Cancers. So maybe for some, it's family that they're overly considerate for, to their own detriment. And the cards that I would have drawn, if those hadn't been like, me first. I am the I in team. I know there's no I in the word team, but my point is, you're the MVP. You're the quarterback. You're the GOAT. All right? The greatest of all time. This is your life. You are the exception in your life. And you are not so separate from your spiritual team, your spiritual guides, your ancestors, the universe, Mother Gaia. You. When it comes to you and your life, you are the most important one. They are here for you. So if that doesn't resonate with you because you don't believe in that, well, I hope you have a support system, right? You have a right to tap into your support system. Maybe you're concerned that what you need help with, your family and friends, it's above their pay grade. They don't know how to help with that. And that's okay, because there are people who do, right? May you have all of the resources that you need. Hopefully no waiting lists, right? But you don't feel so separate from your support system, whether it's ethereal or not, because they are here for you. Okay? And the next one, Sagittarius. Who's the Sag? What's that? Is it you? What's going on there? And on the bottom is lineage. There we go. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Breaking cycles. Right? Your ancestors are very proud of you. I feel the need to point out that whatever went on in this human existence, it's not the same once we get over there. It's just not the same, okay? So if there are people that you may be surprised are the ones who are watching over you now, I can't speak for everyone, and I really don't want to be disrespectful and tell you what to feel. Please know that I'm not trying to dictate, but you are very loved. And there are ancestors who are very proud of you. They may be people that you never had a chance to meet. They were already passed before you were born, but they are very proud of you because you are breaking cycles, okay? You just got to continue to take care of yourself. Continue going. Please keep going. And make sure that you're open and accepting to receive from the divine, okay? Because your support system is right here trying to help you. Don't be so worried about the destination. Please enjoy your journey. You're meant to. The worst is behind you. I said so, so it must be true, okay? Damn it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this helped. I'm still, there's no 8. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it skips to 9. I think I'm kind of okay with that. And then we have a 2 and a 1. So we kind of skipped 3, but the 2 and the 1 equals 3. So either way, we have chronological shit going on, okay? We even got a 0, okay? Trust the process. Trust yourself. And if that's something you're working on, please keep going. Either way, please keep going. This ended up being much longer than I intended. So I really appreciate it if you stayed this whole time and you got the full message. It belongs to you. And until next time, please remember that I love you.